Are we doing are we actually doing the show?
Yes.
Do we all have masks we can wear?
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to another episode of No Results, Only Excuses, where we talk fitness nonsense and partial facts. My name is Matthew Barman, and as always, Justin Swart and Courtney Dick are live.
Yes, live from
Hi,
our
guys.
houses. Live from lockdown.
Did it come through clear?
Yes, that was brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Justin's got his
there's a little
100.
bit of a ring on the line, to be honest. I don't know where it's coming from. It's
That's
somebody's
right.
speaker.
Definitely Courtney.
Yes, I'm the one with the slowest internet. Justin's got his 100 megabit line, so you can game.
Yeah.
Matt's got his
I've got
upgrade.
my 10. My upgrade only starts on the 1st of April.
Okay, so you're stuck on a 10 like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm losing.
So guys, we're in lockdown. 21 days of lockdown, and we stay in our houses all the time.
What?
Eh?
In lockdown.
No one's told you.
I've been jogging and going to the mall, licking the escalator handles.
Yeah, I was at the beaches today. I was just doing my thing, you know. Saw a couple of army officers looking at me strangely, and I just kept building my sandcastle.
Nice. Okay, so I've been the only one in lockdown with 2 kids, and it's a real pain in the ass, I must say. It's difficult to think of activities. And,
When does Alana go back to work?
she's going back to work this week.
So, she's been there with you. She's been helping for now.
Yeah, but now it's just going to be me and kids driving me crazy, trying to think of activities.
Yo,
to
that's
do.
tough stuff. I mean, we have one, and it's intense.
Yeah, man. I mean, how many dishes do you do nowadays? Now that you're at home, like
The dishes are double. It's ridiculous.
A lot. I just
Dishes are
finished it.
ridiculous.
I had to do the
Yes.
dishes in order to do this podcast.
Yes, the dishes are fucking ridiculous.
I'd like to buy some paper plates. Really, like I can't handle it anymore. I don't want to do any more dishes.
I need to have a speak to Karen.
Is a good idea, Court. It's a very good idea. I think a better idea is to count the number of people in your household and make sure that there's only one fork and one knife for each person, one cup, one plate, and the rest goes in the dustbin.
Yeah. And then each one, when they finish their food, they must wash their own dish.
Yeah, you know, similar to owning your own toothbrush. At night, you go to the basin, you wash your teeth, or brush your teeth.
The cloth.
With the cloth and the Zim, and then you must wash your dishes at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the 3-month-old also to do that.
Yes, you must learn. The 3-month-old must take it into the bath with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
I learned a lot of things in these
So-
21 days.
we've been locked down since last Thursday. It's now what's today? Sunday. It's day 3 of lockdown. So we've got 19 days left for all of our international listeners who don't know what's going on. 19. The president said you're not going anywhere. For 21 days. Close all your businesses. Work from home. Don't go to gym. Don't make money. That's where we are right now.
I wasn't doing that anyway.
You weren't making money.
yeah, I think the only one I was disobeying was going to the gym. But as Matt said, not making much money either.
Yeah.
Even if we did make time, it just went into a hole.
Yes. Yeah. So just your days must be really free now. You must have every day at 2:00 free.
Listen, there's definitely a little bit more free time, which is not going unutilized to catch up on some personal projects like housework. But we are doing a lot in terms of taking the product, which is normally inside the gym, and putting it online for everybody to utilize. Our main goal every single day is to create as much value as we can to make sure that people feel connected and feel like the product they're using is as close to being to what they would experience face to face.
Yeah. So like I've seen a lot of gyms are doing like, they've changed their programming to at-home programming, and they're doing a lot of like Zoom classes. You can like watch your trainer while you do it at home, that sort of thing. So you're doing the same?
Yeah. So we started off with just taking the sort of base concept of putting a video out on YouTube or Instagram and letting people follow it in the comfort of their own home at their own time. And then we realized, however, that some people, while that works for some people, it doesn't work for others that need like an extra sort of kick up the arse when it comes to motivation, you know? So some people actually prefer to be told what to do and when to do it, and they enjoy the idea of logging in at a specific time, like 8 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon. Because if they don't, they struggle to prioritize fitness in general, which is probably why they sign up in the gym in the first place.
Yeah.
So now we've kind of like evolved and we've started doing the Zoom classes. And even though all 500 members across the chain won't log into that exact Zoom class, it works for a certain percentage of the membership. So there's pros and cons, you know, but definitely trying to offer a wide variety of services for people, you know.
Yeah. I did the stretching one with Chris.
Yeah.
That's the one I did. I didn't do the other ones. But Matt, have you been training?
You do one. I joined one in the left one.
Yeah, I saw. It said Matthew Barman, and then he logged up.
You didn't like it?
I just clicked the link. I want to see what it does. And then it went to this thing and it said my name and everyone's faces there. I quickly, no, I'm out here.
Yeah, Matt got our hopes up. We're like, the membership is so engaged. There's Matthew and everyone else. And he disappeared.
Yeah. You've been training, Matt?
Yeah. Once a day.
Once a day. So pretty much
one
every
day. Mm-hmm. So every day, yeah. I trained also today.
Okay.
I just did light stuff today though, like strict press, good mornings, weighted good mornings, and some single leg deadlifts.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
cool.
like stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Like I decided I'm gonna try and train, but like I have limited stuff. I've got like one 15 kilo dumbbell, like I had from when I was in high school, and the collars keep coming loose, and that's about it. So like I decided I'm definitely gonna get more unfit in the next 3 weeks, but that's okay. But I want to try and work on like skill stuff. So I practice handstands every day. I do a lot of push-ups every day.
Yeah.
So like
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about losing fitness. It's really okay.
That's the first thing. Carry on.
Yeah.
I think the best thing is for people to remember that they need to try and go as hard as they can with what they have. It actually becomes quite a stressful scenario just trying to imagine what it could be like with more equipment, or what it should be like if you had the same setup as the guy next door. You know, like now's the worst time to allow those thoughts to creep in, because it's just going to steal from your best performance for the day, you know. Even though it is really hard to motivate yourself if you're used to being motivated by a coach and other people. The best thing is, I think, to prioritize just getting something done and being consistent with that. Yeah, and not beat yourself up too much if you don't train like every day. Yeah, that too. Yeah. And also, like, people are sitting at home, they're trying to work from home, they've got kids jumping on them, they're trying to do little projects around the house, keep themselves sane. Like, it's busy at home, eh? Like, I thought it was going to be chilled sitting at home doing nothing, but it's busy. Man, I've been so busy. It's crazy. And work's got even more busy, mainly because we're online. So mine's going crazy. But No, I was going to say, I agree. Like, even though I work in the gym, I would say, like, today I sent out about 100 WhatsApp messages. And my phone's been like on fire the whole day, you know, like the online space is hectic when you engage, you know, and it requires a lot of management. Terrence laughing. Is that why my reply wasn't very long? My reply wasn't very personal. Your reply is in the process of being completed.
Okay. I filled in all the details, so
Thank you
I'm
very
waiting.
much. Yeah. So now I need to sift through all that dense information and get back to you with something concrete.
No, I'd like a program.
Okay. Matt, I'm going to write up something personal for you. Don't you worry.
Hey, Jess, when this is done and we go back to normal life, do you think you'll keep doing the online stuff? I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Without this 21 days of lockdown, there's absolutely no way the Cape CrossFit brand would have investigated the online space as thoroughly as we have now. So I would say already within 3 days, the coaches are starting to feel more confident to attack the online space and just put some content out there rather than be too scared of what's going on. I mean, what I mean by being scared, I think there's a lot of thought that goes into what if people are going to receive this well? What if people like this? What if it's not good enough? What if the content we create is not curated enough? There's so many limiting thoughts that get you to the fore that I would say without this, we probably would never have gotten there. So I'm pretty confident that it will probably allow us to offer an online product after these 21 days.
Yeah. What's Chelsea doing there?
Someone's tickling her on the couch. I need to go find who the fuck this is. There's 1 second. I think there's another guy in here. 1 second.
Go and find him.
Lessons left the camera.
Yeah. He's just gone to play a quick game. Shoot some people in Apex.
He's talking at it.
Yeah, guys, I can confirm there's not another man in the house. Chelsea is watching Ridiculousness, and it's her favorite show. She finds it very fun.
I used to love that. I watched it all the time. It was a good show. So, moving on to CrossFit news. We had some. The morning chalk up spoke to the big boss, Dave Castro. And he was saying that they're thinking about either cancelling the games or taking the games online, which is...
I heard about that.
I don't know. Taking it online would be weird, eh?
Oh, it would be strange. And
I think...
shame. Poor guys must be so busy if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? If I haven't read the details around it, but if they are going to take it online, I would simply remove the title of Fittest on Earth and just put a small prize, not a small prize pool, but a decent prize pool to award someone like Matt Fraser and Tia Toomey for their efforts for the season. I was thinking, I watched The Fittest last night, the new documentary, and you watch how the whole season comes to a culmination of crowning the champion, and to remove that from a season almost feels like it's just completely disregarding everybody's hard work to get there. So there needs to be some sort of psychological finish point for the season so that people can start again for 2021, I reckon.
Yeah.
Before you said anything, I was going to say they probably should just pull it and not have the CrossFit Games. We can have their fun online stuff.
Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think about a $50,000 prize pool? Something like that.
Yeah. It just gets a bit of interest and makes them actually do it. We're missing half the competitors because there's no sanctionals. They're all cancelled. Is there any kind of sanctional happening?
I think a lot of them have been rescheduled for June.
Well, postponed, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of them are going to come back in June, but then it's going to be it's going to be crazy. And they're going to be so diluted and everyone's going to just try and go and get a sanctional. I agree with you there.
Courtney, can you imagine 10 sanctionals happening in June?
Yeah.
All right. And then all of a sudden, very next month, you've got to go to the CrossFit Games and perform again. To peak so close together is not easy.
Yeah, definitely not.
And Matt and Tia are just training away in their fancy garages with everything available.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's the format's going to have to be slightly different. I don't know, or they might just say national champions from the Open and top 20 male and female. They go through. And if you didn't qualify for a sanctional before Corona, sorry, come back next year.
Yeah. I think maybe
I found it interesting.
Yeah, go for it.
No, it's off subject, but seeing how a lot of the athletes are at home, guys like Noah and Patrick, they don't even have that much equipment at home.
No, they don't.
They got like mismatched dumbbells and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. And bits and bobs.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So a lot of people have an advantage.
Yeah, like guys like Cole Sager. Like Cole Sager, who is always training at home. And Matt Fraser, he's got a crazy garage there. And Froning's got a crazy garage. But
and then Paul Noah, he's got a red band. And he's doing cool triceps and mismatched dumbbell.
It's like Justin's gym.
My gym's coming together since I've had some time. I mean, I'm using some old clips from China that Courtney gave me from about 1950, which have fast become my favorite clips. They actually stay on the bar. So
good.
They're old, but man, they're fucking fantastic. I like them.
Great. I think I gave 2 to Matt. Do you have those, Matt?
Yeah, I saw them the other day when we were also cleaned up. This definitely made us clean up the garage, and the gym's looking really nice now. So
awesome. It makes it a little bit more inspirational to get in there and get something done when everything's in order.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just working out in the back stoop, doing my little curls and presses with my 115 kilo dumbbell. But the season,
you can do a lot with that, man.
Yeah, you can do that. And then get big biceps.
Yes.
But you're still going to try and do sanctionals now and stuff, Jess? You're just going to just wait for the open?
Sure. I'll be honest. I feel very this is what I'll say. I feel like nobody is focusing on the sanctional calendar and what's happening after the lockdown. I feel like here in South Africa, I think we should speak about our sort of reality right now. I feel like we're trying to save the business and make sure that we don't get infected with corona. Like those are like the 2 main priorities in my life right now. As much as I think, if I can be honest, I'm trying my best to train as hard as I can with what I have. Like you kind of want to come out of the lockdown and be like, right, cool, still as fit and strong as I was. Let's go straight into the next qualifier and hope for the best. You know, like that would be an ideal situation, but I don't know what you guys' thoughts are. Like, realistically, does it seem like it's going to be 21 days?
Yeah.
It feels like this year is going to be dictated by what we're experiencing right now.
Yeah. Like, it's so difficult. I don't know if the president can tell us, like, okay, I want you to stay another week or 2 weeks. Like, the economy is going to take such a big hit if we had to go that way. But so it's a difficult one. He might just tell us, like, okay, let's go back to work, but let's do social distancing. Maybe that's what he'll tell us. I don't know. But I don't think this 21 days is going to be the end of it. It's going to something's going to carry on for longer.
Yeah, I think what I'm concerned about. I was chatting to someone named Alana today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually she's your wife, good. I was chatting to her, fucking small world, and she was just saying to me how it's just really not the same if you come from an underprivileged background or environment to social distance yourself enough to make the same impact that we are potentially making now.
Yeah.
So like, say you have X hospital and it can house 1,000 people.
Yeah.
In the informal settlements alone, those hospitals can technically be overwhelmed just based on the simple, illogical probability that they're going to be able to social distance themselves enough to make the virus mute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's so difficult, man. In these townships, the density is so high. Like, people are living like basically on top of each other. Like, social distancing is impossible. Staying in your 20 square meter shack for 21 days, it's impossible. It just can't happen. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them, and I think that's I kind of get the feeling that that's going to dictate the timeline of the lockdown and whether we get back up to speed or not. So there's many ramifications that come with that.
Yeah. So I mean, we got to get the economy jump started so that people running businesses don't lose their businesses, so that they can afford to keep paying people who are lower income and live in townships and whatever. Because I mean,
yes, very interesting.
If you guys are wondering out there why Matthew had nothing to say, it's not because he doesn't have an opinion. He just has such a shit internet service that
we ran out of electricity.
Guys, can I tell you a funny story? Last night,
what are the chances?
Last night at 8:00, we ran out of electricity, and people started cheering for the frontline workers. And someone next door blew a vuvuzela really loudly. At the moment, the electricity went off. Chelsea absolutely shat herself. She thought there was a burgie in our garden, blowing a vuvuzela and trying to break it. That's what she thought.
They blew all the fuses.
Like, I'm just announcing, I'm here.
I always say that to Taryn, like the guys breaking in, they don't want to make noise. Trust me, he's not like opening the top window and trying to shake it and get through. He's definitely going to go through the hardest, the least difficult way, and very quietly.
Matt, why didn't you react to that sound? Why didn't you get out of bed and get there faster? It's like, because I know that's not what you think it is.
Yeah, I'm like, the guy's not kicking through the blinds right now. He's not trying to spread them and climb through them. Like, why would he do that? She's looking at you.
That's funny.
Of course, I wanted to get back to your question when you said, like, am I focusing on the sanctional calendar? Yes. Like, I want to get back to another sanctional to stay on the trajectory of the goal. But it's like, there's so many question marks about what life's going to be like over the next couple of months. Like, are we going to be in survival mode where we're worrying about our health and our businesses and putting food on the table? Or can we tick those boxes and then focus on becoming better CrossFitters or better husbands or better at our jobs? You know, like, all those become secondary when we're worrying so much about the basic needs.
Yeah. Like, look, you remember it was one of our first episodes where we spoke about goals, and we said, like, you must focus on the one that makes the biggest impact in your life. And I think it's like it's become pretty clear now that, like, things can change so quickly, and while we're pursuing, like, our goals, like, a little thing or that becomes a big thing like this can completely mess up your entire life so quickly. And then no matter what goals you have, you just can't achieve them because your business is fucked or whatever, you know? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So thanks, Matt. I think Justin's run out of electricity now.
No, I'm here. Don't worry. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm getting a lot of radio silence in between the philosophical discussion we're having.
It sounds good on my side, so I think we'll get good audio. That's all that matters.
Okay. Awesome.
It's you're the main computer.
Yeah.
Or you're the host
with the best internet.
I want the episode without a fuck up.
Yes, you're going to edit this episode for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, fuck that. You got everyone's getting the straight, the raw.
Yeah.
Raw audio. No editing.
No editing. So
there's a slight delay on us. The delay is worse than if I had to talk to someone overseas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, since we've got like a couple of minutes until we get cut off on Zoom, maybe we just give our top Corona living at home survival tips. Matt's top tip is to eat a stress ball. What are you doing? Eating a stress ball?
It's mine. I've got 3 of these things, and it's a massage ball, pain ball.
Okay, cool. So eat it. My top tip is to go outside all the time. Like, I can't sit in the house anymore. Like I just go outside into the garden like every half an hour and just walk around and do nothing.
My top tip is to not sit down, because I can tell you something. I've sat down for more minutes and hours in the past 3 days than I have in the entire year, and my back feels absolutely fucked.
You're not used to that, eh? Me and Matt, we sit all day.
I've got absolutely no sitting posture, you know, like everything goes into my lower back and it just kills me.
I did have to get a work chair from my folks because I was sitting on an ottoman and that was shit. So I need the backrest.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any top tips for you.
So don't sit. That's my
your tip. Maybe while everyone's at home, your top tip is to enjoy it. Go do some things in your house and so on.
Yeah,
that's what we've been doing.
I like that tip, is to enjoy it. Like when we get out of this Corona thing and we go back to work, after 2 days in the traffic, we're going to say, fuck it. I want to go back home again. I want to sit there for 21 days. Do nothing.
People fucking hate change. And then as soon as you get used to it, then everyone falls in love with what they're doing. That's new.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
I trimmed my hedges yesterday and sweep the garden. It was great.
Yeah, there we go.
We jogged in the complex.
You jogged in the complex?
3Ks.
Jeepers, are you serious?
With a weight vest on. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's like circles of 100 meters or so.
Oh,
just keep going.
No, I'm not doing that. Every morning I go out of the gate and I just stand in the road. I just stand there for like 10 seconds and then I come inside and I tell Alana.
Clothes on.
No, yes, tomorrow no. I just tell Alana I went in the road and I didn't get arrested. That's just what I do every morning. I didn't get arrested.
Playing with fire, Courtney. You know, the fucking army is driving up and down outside Royal Ascot here.
Nice. So I think that's all we've got time for today, guys. You know where to find us. noresultsmedia@gmail.com, NoRex Podcast on Instagram, NoRex Podcast, Facebook, NoRex Podcast, Twitter. Find us on Zoom. We should do a live podcast. We should do a live Zoom podcast. Send out the link. People can join us. And we can talk
join
British.
And ask questions.
Yeah, they can join in, ask questions, and we can put it on the show. That's a fun one. I think we should do that.
It's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. So we'll put that on Instagram. I'm
not going to answer any questions.
Yes. We'll schedule a live listener Zoom in. And Matt will buy electricity. Justin will put the TV off so Chelsea doesn't laugh. And
put Chelsea in the garage. I feel like she's go train for this hour.
He's sabotaging this podcast.
And I'll tie my dogs up in the cold.
Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay. All right, coach. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.